verse chorus, there's kind of another extra kick comes in there, kind of roots it a little more, which is so important. It's a metaphor. It's someone who runs away from their wife and then regrets it. It's not that I have any immediate personal experience of that, but I think it's a metaphor of a feeling that we can all, that we can all identify with. Not even necessarily in our romantic lives, maybe our work lives or where we want to be. And I think that's something that there's a root there. It's very applicable. So I started it with cool heart of mine. Yeah, the immediacy of, it's like your body. It's like, cool heart of mine, won't you whisper what's on your mind? It's trying to understand. It's immediately, how do you understand what you're made of and who you are? When you whisper what's on your mind, trying to work out the secrets of your behaviour, and no one, I don't think anyone fully understands that. So I love that. And then we have that verse, and then it goes into the chorus, which always sort of stays the same. Show me love, darling, without war. I'll show you something worth fighting for. Well, don't think once, don't you dare think twice. Hurt will change, but never die. Well, which then that's the whole point of the song. It's like regret. How do you balance amazing things and the things you want with the difficult things that come with it, inevitably come with it? That's really kind of sad in the end, but I think there's hope somewhere, or there's hope in it being shit, in it being a bad thing. Sometimes that really actually gets an evocative feeling. So what's going on there is I've got like a clock, but I got a clock and just time matched it so it would be in the BPM of the song, and so that's going on, which I loved. I just love that idea, and I think it actually helps with the song, the idea of time passing and time, and then regret and looking at hindsight and things like that. I was very connected to time, so it was nice having that almost like a metronome at the core of the song, and then I have this going on as well, just kind of like a backwards tape kind of sound. So you got this kind of start up. I literally wanted to make it sound like something was starting up coming into the song, but and then we've got a mix, some quiet MIDI cellos and then some real cellos all going on there, which is quite interesting. But as well, so you've got some of those cellos, but then I wanted something otherworldly coming in with it, which kind of just separates it a little from just, real instruments. It gives it that kind of, ooh, what's going on there? It sounds like somewhere else in space, which I always kind of try to lean towards, which is really cool. I was just, I don't know how it came to me, but I was just playing with what kind of random sounds exist in just in our modern world, ordinary world, that we kind of hear and we recognize, but then sort of take for granted. And I just wanted to use something that wouldn't have been used a lot in songs. So I got an airplane, like the call button, you press to get the cabin crew's attention. So I took that and tuned it to the key of G or what notes I wanted. I think I played around with it a little, so I'll isolate it here so you can hear, and then that goes throughout the song. I really wanted kind of like monotonous isn't the right word, but almost like a pulse throughout the whole song. So that's an airplane call sound. It's very slight, but it gives it a little bit of character, which I thought was really cool. And when you do that with the ticking sound, and then also sampled some pizzicato strings because I just wanted that pulse. It sounds kind of funky on its own, but when it blends into the whole picture, and then coming into the breakdown here, I kind of went a wee bit weird. It sounds very simple, just the same sort of thing going on, but I wanted to create this idea of just loose space. It's kind of like a backwards. I can't remember if I got the sample like that or if I put it backwards just to give it this kind of like looseness. So it's like something starting up again and isn't really ground to a key. It's just kind of like a sound, but I just really vibed with it. I really loved it. What's really cool is I got some vocal samples, tuned them, and kind of made like a texture, almost like a chord. So I come out and see. So this I think is quite cool. It just kind of builds, but you'd never know it was in there, but it just gives it this otherworldly texture. And then this one as well is a bizarre thing going on. But then when it's all together, you're just floating in space. And then I'm humming over the top of it or something. And then we get rooted back into the song, into the story. Yeah, I just wanted to give the song something that wasn't just, you know, the motions. There's a little bit of something extra going on, which I really like.
Show me love, darling, without war. I'll show you something worth dying for.